What's up, everybody? Aaron Nagler here, CheeseheadTV, with some live Packers trivia on the YouTube channel. Good to see everybody on a Friday afternoon, having some fun, gonna have a good time. Let's sit back, let's relax, let's play some Packers trivia. For those of you who may be new to the proceedings, I see one or two of you that I don't recognize. Here's how the game is played. You'll get 10 questions. You'll get 4 possible answers with each question. Just enter what you think is the right answer into the YouTube chat, but make sure you use a hashtag. If it's one word, just hashtag the word itself. If it's more than one word, say the answer is Brett Favre, all you have to do is hashtag Brett. Hashtag Brett Favre. So just hashtag the first word. After every question, we'll have the top 5 quickest answers. And throughout the game, we'll check in with the top 10 leaderboard. And at the end of the 10 questions, we will see who got the most right the quickest. And they will have bragging rights throughout the weekend. That's what's great about winning on a Friday. You get to say, hey, I'm the CheeseheadTV trivia champion for the entire weekend. All right, everybody, let's get to it. Let's get to question number 1, which is, what was Earl Lambeau's nickname? Pearls, Curly, Snacks, or Peanut? Don't forget the hashtag, people. Got to use that hashtag, or else the computer will not pull your answer, and you'll be all upset. And I'll have to remind you that you didn't use a hashtag. What was Earl Lambeau's nickname? Pearls, Curly, Snacks, or Peanut? Okay. So many people here today. I love it. The correct answer, of course, is Curly. Earl Curly Lambeau, along with his friend and fellow Green Bay, Wisconsin native George Whitney Calhoun, founded the Green Bay Packers in 1919. Who knew what, and when did they know it? Let's take a look. Boy on G, coming out smoking. Joseph M., Stu for GBP, Dawson, and Nick Falk. Let's go on to question number 2. What Nigerian-born running back assumed the starting job in Week 10 of the 2005 season? Amon Green, Rashid Uri, Nigel Simcoe, or Samkon Gatto? What Nigerian-born running back assumed the starting job in Week 10 of the 2005 season? Amon Green, Rashid Uri, Nigel Simcoe, or Samkon Gatto? Don't forget, just hashtag that first name. Hashtags are Amon, Rashid, Nigel, or Samkon. Which Nigerian-born running back assumed the starting job in Week 10 of the 2005 season? Amon Green, Rashid Uri, Nigel Simcoe, or Samkon Gatto? The right answer, of course, is Samkon Gatto. Born in Kufai, Nigeria, Samkon Gatto's first name means truth, and his last name means inheritance. Gatto inherited the starting running back job in 2005 after Amon Green, Najee Davenport, and Tony Fisher were all injured, and Rashad Lee fumbled on his first carry against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Gatto started his first NFL game the following week against the Falcons. In the game, he rushed for over 100 yards and 2 touchdowns, and also caught a touchdown, leading to him being named the NFC Offensive Rookie of the Week. Gatto's 3 touchdowns were the first by a Packer rookie since James Lofton in 1978. Who knew what, and when did they know it about Dr. Gatto? Dawson again, looking good. Jonathan Zank. Brenton, I see you at 3. Stu for GBP, and Nick Falk at 5. Moving on to the next question. Brett Favre joined the Packers in 1992 in a trade with which team? The Eagles, the Jets, Falcons, or the Browns? Your hashtags are Eagles, Jets, Falcons, or Browns. Brett Favre joined the Packers in 1992 in a trade with which team? Eagles, Jets, Falcons, or Browns? I see you all out there today. You all looking good. You all doing well. So proud of my trivia children. The right answer, of course, is Falcons. On February 11th, 1992, Green Bay Packer general manager Ron Wolf traded a first-round pick, 19th overall, which will be used for running back Tony Smith by the Falcons, to the Falcons in exchange for Favre. Who knew what? When did they know it? what we got here. Boyan G is smoking out the gate today. Dawson, Uper Bill, Sebastian Fitz, and Brenton Randolph at 5. Okay, 3 questions in. Let's take a look at our top 10 leaderboard so far. What do we got going on here? How's this mix playing out? Dawson at 1, Boyan G at 2, Stu for GBP at 3, Nick Falk at 4, and Brett Boyd at 5. Good looking group right there. I see you, Uper Bill. Jonathan Zink, always good to see you in the proceedings. Mark, Joseph, and Lex and Nova hanging strong there in the top 10. All right, let's keep moving on to the next question. What was Vince Lombardi's middle name? Timothy, Thomas, Theodore, or Tino? What was Vince Lombardi's middle name? Your hashtags are Timothy, Thomas, Theodore, or Tino. What was Vince Lombardi's middle name? This one's a little bit more all over the map, as I suspected it would be. I started you off some of the easy ones, people. Yeah, I started you off with, some slow pitch softball. Now we're gonna start to get the heat up a little bit for you. Separate the wheat from the chaff, as it were. Vincent Thomas Lombardi was born on June 11th, 1913 in Sheepshead Bay neighborhood of Brooklyn, right down the way from me. He went on to become a god among men as the head coach of the Green Bay Packers. Who knew what? And when did they know it? Let's take a look. Jonathan Zink was all over that one. Nick Falk, Mr. JJ, Zachary Green, and of course, Big Daddy Cool Breeze showing up at number 5. Gotta love it. Next question. Who did team historian Cliff Crystal name the franchise's greatest defensive player since 1950? Reggie White, Willie Wood, Charles Woodson, or who did team historian Cliff Crystal name the franchise's greatest defensive player since 1950? Reggie White, Willie Wood, Charles Woodson, or Herb Adderley? Your hashtags, don't forget, just the first names. You just need to hashtag Reggie, Willie, Charles, or Herb. Who did team historian Cliff Crystal name the franchise's greatest defensive player since 1950? Reggie White, Willie Wood, Charles Woodson, or Herb Adderley? The correct answer is Herb Adderley. In one of his history columns, Cliff gave Adderley the nod over Wood, White, and others, writing, "His 7 touchdowns on interceptions surmised his big playability, but he also excelled as a shutdown cover cornerback, which might have been best illustrated by this 1965 stat. In 14 regular season games, he didn't allow a touchdown pass. The man was unparalleled." There you go. Who knew what? When did they know it? Who's reading Packers.com? The history part. Brenton Randolph knew what was up. Dawson, Stu for GBP, Brett Boyd, and Sebastian Fitz. Halfway through, let's take a look at the top 10 leaderboard, see how things are shaking out. Stu for GBP takes over the top spot. Michael Klink rockets to number 2. And Big B makes an appearance at number 3. Big B in the house. Dawson, Brett Boyd at 5. Nick Falk, Jonathan Zank, Uper Bill, Sebastian Fitz, and Brenton Randolph. I see you hanging at 10. This is what Brenton Randolph does, ladies and gentlemen. He hangs around at 10. And then all of a sudden he kind of disappears. And then maybe he comes back at 9. And then all of a sudden he's at number 2. So don't sleep. All right, let's move on to the next question. Who was the Packers' second head coach? We all know Curley's the first coach. Who was the Packers' second head coach? Gene Ronzani, Scooter McLean, Hugh DeVore, or Phil Bengtson? Who was the Packers' second head coach? Your hashtags are Gene, Scooter, Hugh, or Phil. Who was the Packers' second head coach? Gene Ronzani, Scooter McLean, Hugh DeVore, or Phil Bengtson? Who was the Packers' second head coach? Hey, you guys are smarter than you look. The answer is Gene Ronzani became only the second head coach of the Green Bay Packers in February 1950, following the resignation of founder Curly Lambeau. After 2 3-9 seasons, the Packers started 6-3 in 1952, but finished at 500 with 3 straight losses. In January of 53, Ronzani agreed to a second 3-year contract offered by the executive committee. The 53 season held promise, but the Packers had a 2-6-1 record entering Thanksgiving Day game at Detroit, in which they were defeated 34-15 on national television. Ronzani resigned the next day. Fun fact, Ronzani is credited with solidifying green into the uniform color scheme, something he introduced in taking over the team in 1950. Who knew what? And when did they know it? Boy on G, Andrew Passamni, Marcus Zrim, Big B, showing up strong. I see you, Mark, at 5. All right, let's move on to question number 7, shall we? What is Jair Alexander's middle name? Lavelle, Zakar, Gerald, or Deshaun? What is Jair Alexander's middle name? Lavelle, Zakar, Gerald, or Deshaun? Don't forget your hashtags, folks. Got to use that hashtag. What is Jair Alexander's middle name? Lavelle, Zakar, Gerald, or Deshaun? Pretty all over the map. Thought it would be. JD put Dillwig. I love it. The right answer is Zakar. Jair Zakar Alexander was born on February 9th, 1997, and grew up to dominate wide receivers. Who knew what? And when did they know it? Brett Boyd, Nick Falk, Joey the Jaguar. Welcome to the proceedings. Andrew at 4 and JD at 5. 3 questions remaining. Let's take a look at the top 10 leaderboard, see how it's shaking out. Stu for GBP, holding on to the top spot, just edging out Michael Klink at 2, Brett Boyd at 3, Nick Falk at 4, Tony Coons at 5. I see you, Uper Bill. Michael, welcome, at 7, Dawson at 8, Big B sliding down to 9, Big Daddy Cool Breeze bringing up the rear at 10. Still anybody's game. A lot of ball game left. 3 more questions to go. Let's get it. Next question. Who holds the team record for most punting attempts in a career? Who holds the team record for most punting attempts in a career? Craig Hendrick, Don Chandler, David Beverly, or Clark Hinkle? Who holds the team record for most punting attempts in a career? Craig Hendrick, Don Chandler, David Beverly, or Clark Hinkle? We know it'll never be J.K. Scott because Matt LaFleur goes for it on 4th down. Unless it's 4th and short, the opening drive of the NFC Championship game in San Francisco, and then he punts away. I'm not saying. I'm just saying. Your hashtags are Craig, Don, David, and Clark. Don't forget. The right answer, of course, is David Beverly. He was the Packers punter from 1975 to 1980, and in that time, he punted the ball 495 times. You know why? Because the Packers were not very good. Who knew what? When did they know it? Let's take a look. Tim Kleinman, welcome. Brandy Lewis at 2. Hi, Brandy. Nick Falk. Ken Dog Sports Talk. What's up, man? And Jared Gregg at 5. 2 more questions to go. Question number 9. Prior to becoming head coach, Mike Sherman coached which position for the Packers? Wide receivers, tight ends, offensive line, or quarterbacks? Your hashtags are wide, tight, offensive, and quarterbacks. Prior to becoming head coach, Mike Sherman coached which position for the Packers? Wide receivers, tight ends, offensive line, or quarterbacks? Don't forget your hashtags, wide, tight, offensive, quarterbacks. Prior to becoming head coach, Mike Sherman coached which position for the Packers? I see who knows what. I see you all. The right answer, of course, is tight ends. Sherman started his NFL coaching career as the Packers tight ends coach in 1997 and 1998. In 1999, he followed Mike Holmgren to Seattle and became the Seahawks offensive coordinator, although Sherman did not call the plays. Ron Wolf hired him to be the head coach of the Packers the following year. Who knew what? When did they know it? Stu for GBP, Marcus Rim, Mark at 3, Dawson at 4, Brandy Lewis taking over at 5. Okay, 1 question left. Let's take one last peek at that leaderboard, see what the stakes are here, see what's going on. Nick Falk in an upset, taking over the top spot. Stu for GBP. Big B rockets back up to the top 5 at number 3. Tony Coons at 4, Dawson at 5. Uper Bill, I see you at 6. Big Daddy Cool Breeze makes the jump to 7. Joseph M at 8. Brenton Randolph is back. He's at number 9. And Michael Klink falls all the way to number 10. One final question. You see how quickly people can change. So Get on it, people. Here we go. Last question. Anything could happen. A lot of ball game left. Rockwood Lodge was the training facility for the Packers from 1946 to 1950. On January 24th, 1950, it caught fire and burned to the ground. Only a sofa and one other item survived. What was it? A photo of Curly Lambeau, a doll, insurance papers, or a butter knife? Your hashtags are photo, doll, insurance, or butter. What was the one item outside of the sofa that survived the fire at Rockwood Lodge? A photo of Curly Lambeau, a doll, insurance papers, or a butter knife? Photo of Curly Lambeau, a doll, insurance papers, or a butter knife? The correct answer, of course, is a photo of Curly Lambeau. A sofa and a photo of Curly Lambeau were all that survived the fire, which ended up providing a significant boost to the team's financial outlook once they received the insurance money. Instead of rebuilding the facility, the team used the insurance money funds from a special Thanksgiving Day intra-squad game and a stock sale to return the team to profitability. Who knew what? And when did they know it? Stu for GBP, Dawson, Joy the Jaguar, what's up? And Jared Gregg, Brent Randolph at 5. Here we go. Big reveal. Who gets the weekend bragging rights? Let's take a look at that top 10 leaderboard one final time. Stu for GBP takes over the top spot. Big B comes in just below at number 2. Nick Falk at 3. Dawson, Brent Randolph rockets to number 5. Tony Coons at 6. Uper Bill at 7. Michael at 8. Big Daddy Cool Breeze at 9 and Joseph M at 10. Big B, it's good to see you back at number 2. Your traditional spot. And Stu for GBP gets the bragging rights throughout the weekend. Can't thank you guys enough for hanging out, playing some trivia with us every day, mostly every day here at CheeseheadTV. Make sure you're sticking around and finding out all the new and latest from the Packers. We've got news, we've got opinion, we've got all sorts of fun stuff here on the YouTube channel. Do me a monster favor. Hit like. Hit subscribe. Tell your friends. Tell your family. CheeseheadTV. We are devoted to Green Bay Packers fans worldwide. We'll see you next week, everybody. Get ready for the draft. Talk to you soon. Have a great weekend. Go Pack, go.